Today we're doing Stupider Sundays, then a totally normal Minecraft playthrough. Very normal, not scuffed at all, not scuffed ever. What is Stupider Sundays, you might be asking? If you're new here, if you've never seen Stupider Sundays before, or you're watching on the YouTube. Well, Stupider Sundays is a weekly segment where I talk about news that I found interesting, I thought that I looked into, and, thought you guys might find interesting and wanted to share my opinions on. It's mostly going to be covering things like technology, like the game industry, or content creation. Those three things, those are what I'm most passionate about, and so that's what I'm mostly going to be talking about. So, hey, maybe you want to stick around? Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, comment, like, all the other stuff. But yeah, this is going to be weekly. So check me out live Sunday, maybe Monday. Maybe we'll do another moronic Monday if I miss. But in any case, I'm YT. To see on the screen, there's something that a lot of people, I imagine, would be disappointed to hear about. Now, I doubt people care. To people who care about SEGA, I'm sure this is disappointing news. Actually, I want to just get into this, honestly. Also, because it is pretty much universally thought by 99% of sane people that the blockchain was a mistake. Or at the very least, overhyped and 95% scams. And yet they're greenlighting a game. So it is universally, for the most part, thought the blockchain pretty dumb. Most people don't have trust in it, don't have faith in it, and just don't believe in it. Its reputation, I think, is the main thing stopping it. Now, you could say whatever you want. Whether the technology is actually useful and it was just used for scams, who cares? The biggest hurdle for any blockchain whatever is the reputation of the blockchain. The moment you say there's cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs, Web3, whatever, the first thought in people's minds is going to be scam. Whether that's true or not doesn't matter. Because no matter what, unless they're a crypto bro, which, by the way, most crypto bros, in it for the money. They're not the people you want. Unless they're a crypto bro, they're going to think scam. So unless it's true, or even if it's true or not, if they're thinking scam, you're not going to get anywhere. Anyway, so Line Next is a company somewhere in Asia. I don't remember off the top of my head. I looked into this earlier today, but as I said, my brain is mush. Along with Line Next, which is sort of a subdivision of the company Line that specializes in like the blockchain technology. They're working together, SEGA, to make a game based on an immensely popular franchise, they say. Now, I don't believe the franchise... Yeah, the franchise... So does the aforementioned franchise, unknown yet. My first guess, Sonic. Give me Sonic NFTs would be wild. Anyway, Frank, you for screenshot of yeah. Here was a quote by the co-COO, I don't know what COO stands for. There's too many chief something officers. What's the point if the games are no fun? We're looking into the technology, whether the technology is really going to take off in this industry after all. So they're basically saying they're doing this to see if this technology is worth investing into, and considering a lot of other larger game development companies haven't, they'd be ahead of the curve if it does, but it's probably not gonna. Really likes having shitty investments. Yeah, I personally, I don't think it's gonna go through. I think two things. One, blockchain has just crypto blockchain technology already has a really bad reputation that, like, even saying you're working on a project is already going to get people complaining about it. And second, then you're not going to get people to actually play it, and, you know, whatever else, it's not going to take off. I want the dude dubbing Sonic. So yeah, they're partnering, it's announced, but there is no information further than that. Microsoft has won the FTC trial and can proceed with the Activision Blizzard merger. For the past year, I believe, they have been stopped by the FTC, the CMA, and one other place, where they were not being allowed to merge with Activision Blizzard because of worries about them getting a monopoly on the game industry. Now, Microsoft, right, they went to appeal, and it was, the FTC got fucking dunked on. In the short term, as I said, it's good for gamers. In the long term, not so good. Because Activision Blizzard is also a huge loss for Sony, despite... Where's the exact... You know, I think it's in the next one. Well, COD's gonna enter the hell called Game Pass exclusive. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. FTC tried appealing the loss. They got denied. Their appeal got denied. FTC is just taking L's right now. Where? Okay. I'm trying to find where it actually says it, but in writing, I believe, oh, here. In writing, in public, Microsoft or Activision Blizzard, one of them, or highlighted Microsoft, Microsoft said that they would keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years. On parity with Xbox. I don't know if that means they're going to keep it on both. Which you might think is pretty good for Sony. The fact that one of their highest grossing game franchises is staying on them for 10 years. 10 years is not a long time. And even then, with that knowledge, if it's going to switch eventually, and getting all the other games from Activision Blizzard on Game Pass, it would make more sense for people to switch to Xbox in the first place. Stuff might be going after Sony for the shit they pulled during the entire year. Shit, constantly, yeah. I mean, I'm a PC gamer, so, you know, who cares? Steam is fucking... As long as they don't make it, like, not PC. Like Sony, you can milk longer. Yeah. But now they're being delayed by the UK's Competition and Markets Authority. Basically the same thing the FTC is for the US. By the way, I found out they increased the price of Game Pass by $2. Yeah, I think they're gonna keep it, like, still a good deal for now, but they will probably be raising it very slowly. Because, I mean, they can. But even with, I think, increasing by $2, it's still probably, yeah, the best deal in gaming, right? Still the best deal in gaming. So, after FTC lost the case, Microsoft had 1 week to finish the merger with Activision Blizzard, or else they'd have to pay a ton of money. I believe, because then they wouldn't have merged by the deadline. The deadline got pushed back, and now the CMA is looking into it and still pushing back. So hopefully the UK sauces up a dunk on Microsoft, because competition is good. Yeah, let's see. Investigation. Yeah. $17 a month for Game Pass for Xbox, PC, Xbox Live Gold, and EA Play for Xbox. God damn, yeah. Now, here's something that was brought up maybe last stream, yesterday or Thursday, I remember talking about AI, ChatGPT, AI going a bit too far. Now, after failing to stop the merger, the FTC decided to go after ChatGPT. So, part of OpenAI, which is the creator of ChatGPT, is owned by Microsoft. Now, I don't want to be too tinfoil hat over here, but coincidence? Huh, I think not. Okay, I'm being really fucking dumb. I really have it up for example. I mean, it would be really funny if it did, but also it just sort of makes sense that they are looking into ChatGPT. Right? They sent a 20-page document to OpenAI telling them to address the risks related to very large AI models. Right, for video games, this investigation comes as ChatGPT and AI in general is being used by game developers. You see that with Unity, with Convey AI, even just baseline ChatGPT, right? AI is being used in many industries to help with coding, writing tasks, productivity, and all of that. But, right, here's the second part of that, right? Higher productivity, higher quality, sounds good until you realize that, right, there's concerns about it being used as a way to reduce labor and cutting employees, right? So, employment going down. Potential harm to consumers. For any and all complaints. Yeah, this other thing too, where they are concerned about ChatGPT. Someone's a bike going. ChatGPT making false, misleading, disparaging, and harmful, or releasing false, misleading, disparaging, and harmful information about people, right? Its information cutoff is 2021, and even then, it's not perfect, because they just fed the internet into an AI, right? I doubt they went through everything, and sure, they may have checked certain things if they're right, but there's just a few too many things to check, and so they're concerned about ChatGPT having damaging information and releasing that damaging information about people, and so they want them to release a list about any and all complaints they have had about that. Yeah, and then it's just talking about a lot of people having concerns and regulations always being a conversation when AI, and especially ChatGPT, bringing it to the forefront of thought. Regulation has always been there, and it does need to be talked about. Really, it's also politically left-leaning. I feel like that has more to do with the fact that I feel like people online are a lot more left-leaning. And so it might, or... I remember a lot of talks about it being, like, political when it first came out. It could also be OpenAI being left-leaning and, pushing in one direction. And I have no doubt that is probably... I don't think it's talked here, but I do remember it being talked about, yeah. More Elon Musk news! Who could have guessed? As I said, Elon Musk is probably going to be in every single week's Stupider Sundays because he is just getting dunked on every single week. He is just doing dumb shit every single week. And it's so fucking funny. like, talking about Kick is boring. Talk about Kick is boring, right? Because I think a lot of people's opinions on it cringe. People's opinions on Elon Musk are cringe, but at least he's a billionaire. I could give a shit about Kick, but I don't. But it's funny to meme on Elon Musk. Actually wondering, like, I was thinking about scraping Twitter data lately, and I was like, oh man, can I not do that? I was like, so right, a while back, you might have seen a lot of information about Twitter changing their APIs. Now, you might not know what that means. Basically, if you ever seen, like, a bot on Twitter or, like, websites that track Twitter analytics, Twitter data, stuff like that, that requires the use of Twitter's API in most cases to make it easier to use, right? That's a good way to explain it. You talk to a specific server, you're like, hey, I want this way, this is how I'm searching for it, and it just gives it to you in text instead of having to read it yourself, so you could use it in code. But after Elon Musk bought it, he wanted to cut costs. So they shut down the easy and cheap way to do it so both sides lose. Yeah, he wanted to cut costs. Or not cut costs. Yeah. You know, make Twitter profitable. Because it is not profitable. So what he did is he raised the API prices to a fucking absurd amount. And everyone was memeing on him. And I don't know if they've been changed, but I know a lot of people still aren't using them. So the way around that is you web scrape. So what's something you can do? Let's say I want to get caught up to date on everything Elon Musk tweets. Well, I will use a program to open a browser, go to Elon Musk's Twitter, and then I will use something like inspect element to... Right, inspect element shows all the information on the page. So all of this text, it's in inspect element, so I just need to read this text over here to be able to get what Elon Musk is saying. And so I will programmatically scroll down, it will replicate how a real browser works, and then I just yoink everything he's saying, all his tweets, and boom, I web scraped, and now I know what Elon Musk says. He doesn't want you to do that. Which is actually why he implemented the tweet reading limits. Because he doesn't want you to upgrade. He wants you to pay for the expensive API. And so in response to people being like, no, I don't want to use the API, he's going to sue them. He's suing 4 unnamed individuals over allegations that they illegally scraped user data from Twitter. He's seeking $1 million in damages. Buy a company for $44 billion, fire 80% of their staff, take L's for 5 months straight, and then get your mom to call off a fight with Mark Zuckerberg. Big W, in my opinion. Elon Musk, fucking grind set. He's suing foreign individuals, for $1 million, and it is alleged that they have made a profit from this scraping, but it does not say how. Fucking Elon Musk, man. That was Stupid Sundays. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all the other stuff. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. If you come up with some cool news that you think I should talk about on Stupid Sundays, the Discord is where you should tell me. Anyway, I think that's all. Mostly just Elon Musk stuff, because Elon Musk is doing really dumb shit every single fucking week. Every week. He just does more dumb shit. It is baffling. But, with that being said, we enjoyed everything. See you guys later. Bye, YouTube.